Hello everyone, Adrian D. Holmes here, and I'm back at you with another exciting video. Today is the day that we celebrate the 50th video upload that I have here on my channel. Yay! Such a wonderful feeling to know that I have been on YouTube now for 50 videos. When you first start out on YouTube and you think about, oh man, am I going to have enough content to post for 10 videos or 20 videos or 25 videos or 30 videos, and here I am at 50, and you're like, wow, look how far I've come on my channel. And then you look ahead to the future and you realize the goal is not so daunting anymore. The more you work with the videos, the more you work with filming, the more you edit, the more you collaborate, the more you work with other people and learn from other people and learn from their experiences as well as from your own experience, it makes the process a whole lot easier. So today, in honor of this being the 50th video upload on my channel, I decided that I would have a 50th video celebration Q&A. I asked my fans across social media and here on YouTube to ask me some questions that you would like me to answer on this very special video. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question comes from Evan, who lives in Norway, and he asks, how do you get all the pro intros to your shows? That's a good question. I guess it depends on what you're referring to as pro intros. Now, most of my videos are just me saying, hello everyone, Adrian D. Holmes here, back at you with another exciting video. That's kind of my catchphrase. But if you're referring to Travel Tuesday, which I think you are, my Travel Tuesday videos I made with some special plugins that I purchased from Pixel Film Studios, in addition to some plugins I purchased from Motion VFX. And I've had a couple of people ask me who is the person that records the voiceovers for my introductions to Travel Tuesday. I have to say I hired a commercial voice actor a couple of months ago who lives here in the United States. He's done a lot of work for AT&T and a couple of other companies in the past, and he was so generous of his time to join me and record the introductions to my Travel Tuesday videos, and I'm so thankful to him. And I found him through the website Fiverr.com. Next question. So Aaron asks, what is my favorite pizza topping? What is my favorite pizza topping? Well, I like straight up cheese pizza. I like going to Little Caesars and ordering the cheese pizza. I do like pepperoni on occasion, but it just depends on the pepperoni, and I know pepperoni can be kind of spicy, so I really am just a straight up cheese fan. Alright, let's see what another question is. Natalia Parada asks, what are my goals for my YouTube channel? Well, Natalia, I have quite a few goals. I already smashed one goal of reaching 100 subscribers, and I have another goal of achieving 10,000 views on this channel by the end of March, but it looks like that I just might be able to crack 10,000 views before the end of February. But check out my video that I made specifically on my goals for this YouTube channel in 2018 by clicking on the link right here that appears at the top right hand corner of your screen. Then Natalia also asked another question. She says, yeah, what encouraged you to start your channel? Well, that's a good question. I guess my inspiration comes from all the YouTubers who I had been watching quite religiously for quite a while. I have been an avid user of YouTube for probably close to 7, 8, 9 years. So the first YouTuber that I specifically followed was Miranda Sings. I discovered her probably back about 4 years ago. She released a special Christmas album on Spotify, and I happened to stumble across this lady who sang really terribly on this recording, and I thought, this lady has to be joking. She doesn't think she's actually singing well. And then when I discovered who Miranda Sings was, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so funny, and I just liked her content. I know a lot of people think she's annoying, but I like her content, and she was the first YouTuber I actually seriously started following, and then through her I discovered other people, and a couple of years ago I decided, you know what? I think I have some talents. I think some people in the world would enjoy hearing from me too, so I just started my own channel. And that is how my channel was born. Okay, Sam Tones asks, what piece of advice would you give to your future self as to concerns about your channel? Okay, I'm kind of not sure how to answer that question. I'm thinking you're asking me to tell my past self, maybe? Or what advice I would give to my future self about how to hopefully handle things in the future. I'm not sure. I'll answer this question as if you're referring to the past and the future. If I were talking to my past self, I would tell my past self, go ahead and start your channel and just believe in yourself. Don't let the naysayers, or don't let the stagnation of your channel, or don't let those low numbers, or don't let the low statistics pull you down. Keep making content, keep being religious about it, and don't give up. If I were talking to my future self, I would just hopefully be encouraging my future self to just keep on going. Remember where you were back when you had 50 subscribers. Remember where you were back when you had 100 subscribers. Right now we have 115 subscribers. I just want to give my future self the advice of please don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you started out as, and always keep the dream and always keep the passion in check and in view, and never lose sight of the ultimate goal. Karen McLeod asks, what would you say to your old self that was 16? That's a good question. I would, well, when I was 16, I was actually graduating from high school. If you're not familiar with the American education system, typically students in modern America graduate from high school around the age of 18 or 19. I actually had worked ahead as a homeschool student for several years, and I ended up graduating from high school when I was 16, which here in the United States is a very rare accomplishment, or a relatively rare accomplishment. I won't say very, but it's a relatively rare accomplishment. And I had actually started college when I was 14 thanks to the dual enrollment program we have here. So by the time I was 16, I was graduating with my associate's degree in addition to my high school diploma. So I don't know what advice I would be given to my 16-year-old self, because when I look back, my 16-year-old self was pretty much on target with what I was doing. I went right into that fall after graduation. I went right back into college and pursued the last 2 years of my bachelor's degree, and I graduated with summa cum laude when I was 18 years old with my bachelor's of science in interdisciplinary studies. So really, I was right on track when I was 16 years old. I guess if there was any advice I would give to my 16-year-old self would be to just keep pursuing the dreams that you have, keep pursuing the talents that you have, don't give up. And if you can use your cell phone to record some good videos of you playing the piano or singing or doing something, record those videos and upload them to YouTube. Don't wait until you're like 20 years old and think, oh, why don't I start recording YouTube videos? Go ahead and record those videos now so that when you turn 20, you'll already be successful. That would be my advice. So let's take a look and see what other questions we have. Okay, so Karen has another question. She asks, what are your fears? I try to walk by faith and not by sight, and if you know my story, you probably are familiar with the fact that my life verse is Hebrews 11:1, which states, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. There are times in life where we run into challenges. There are times in life where we run into great tragedies. I've lost a lot of relatives in my life. So far, I've already lost my dad. I've lost all 4 of my grandparents. I've lost an aunt. I've lost an uncle. I've lost a brother. I've lost some family friends. I've experienced a lot of death in my life already, and I've already seen a lot of people go through a lot of health issues, a lot of health problems, and I understand that there are some truly frightening things in life. I've already survived a major car accident when I was, I believe, 4 or 5 years old. I've lived through a lot. Being successful, for instance, when I graduated from high school at 16, I had to face a lot of challenges to reach that point. I had to face my fears of interacting with people who were a lot older than I was to achieve the goals that I had set for myself. So when I started college at 14, I had to face the fear of working with people that I had no idea what they would act like, meeting someone a lot younger than them, and I made up my mind to say, you know what, I have a choice. I can either be fearful and hide away in the corner and just not talk to anyone and just cut myself off from any potential friendships, or I can just step out on a limb. Sure, I'm 14, sure everyone else is at least 5 years older than me, but I can step out on a limb and hope that maybe at least one person there is a decent human being and interact with them. Turns out, almost everybody I met was a decent human being, and I made a lot of friends in college who I still have today. There were the occasional jerks that you run into, but you know, it wasn't anything personal against me. They were just jerks to everybody, and they didn't last very long anyway. So in hindsight, I realized that God prepared me for all the challenges that I faced in life, and even though there were moments where I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to make it through a certain stage of my life, He got me through, and I am here, and I am better for it. So, okay, what values or morals do you live by? That's a great question too. I think it kind of ties in again with what I just said. I walk by faith and not by sight. I guess one value I try to live by, and I struggle with this sometimes, but I try to live by this, is that I try not to assume the worst. When I meet a person, or when I run into a situation with another person, or even if it's not a person, with weather, like for instance when we had a hurricane last year, I try not to jump to the worst conclusion. I try not to assume the worst, because if it's your habit to assume the worst about everything in life, then your life is going to be pretty miserable. I'm not saying that we should believe that life is all rainbows and unicorns, because I understand that's not life either, that's not reality. And I know on YouTube it may seem like a lot of YouTubers live in this dream world that we all wish, oh, I want to be like this YouTuber or that YouTuber or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're following a YouTuber who is honest with their fans and who tries to be real with you guys, you see that those YouTubers struggle with things just the same way that the rest of us do. As a YouTuber, whenever I do something here on YouTube, I try to make sure that it is encouraging or that it is entertaining to you guys. When you are going through a situation in life where you feel like you're struggling or you feel like you're alone, I want you to know that on these videos, I'm trying to give you a break from where you are in your life and maybe inspire your mind, inspire your heart, encourage your mind, and give you some reason to maybe ponder some changes in your life. And that, I think, is one of the best values I try to exemplify here on this channel and in my own personal life off camera. Oh, we still have a couple other questions. Nathan Liu asks, what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie. It's hard to decide a favorite movie. I have kind of like favorite movies for different genres. Hands down, my favorite animated movie is Finding Nemo. I have a lot of favorite live action movies too. In the science fiction genre, I like science fiction, but the science fiction genre, my favorites would be the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World series. I like the second Jurassic Park movie, Lost World, the best. I know a lot of haters are probably going to be out there saying, ew, that movie sucks. Personally, I think it's the most exhilarating, I think it's the most interesting. I think it has one of the best developed storylines of all the movies. I like the original Jurassic Park movie too, but I like it more for just the effects of it. But when it comes to storyline and characterization, I like the second movie. Jurassic World, again, just like Finding Nemo, if you were a die-hard Jurassic fan, you knew that movie was going to come at some point. Again, even if we had to wait 14 years to get it, it was coming, and I can't wait for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom this year. And I made a reaction video to the new trailer, which you can see there. My favorite Disney musical has to be Coco. I went to see Coco last year. Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even in this world of woe, I hold you in my heart. Oh, I don't remember any of the other words, but anyway, it's just a fun song. Any other questions? Who's your favorite YouTuber? Who's my favorite YouTuber? Well, again, I watch several YouTubers and they're all from different genres, so it's hard to pinpoint one YouTuber. Okay, any other questions that I should answer? Mimi Hamilton asks, do you have any regrets? If so, what are they? I guess the biggest regret I have is not starting YouTube sooner and just letting my fears get the best of me. Looking back now, I did kind of have the fear of rejection or failure when it comes to YouTube, so if I have any regret, it would be I just didn't start YouTube sooner. Okay, I think this is the last question from Alice Duckett. Travel wish list, favorite destination, place so far. Travel wish list. This is going to require a lot of discussion, so I'm going to make a specific video on the travel wish list. So I'll get back to you on that question. My favorite destination. Well, whenever I interview people, I ask about their favorite domestic destination and their favorite international destination. I'd have to say that San Antonio is my favorite destination city I've been to so far in America, but there are other destinations that I would suggest, and again, I'll put this in a top 10 travel destinations, maybe, whatever, we'll see. Favorite international destination that I've already been to would be Canada. But again, I went to the Niagara Falls side of Canada and drove around near Hamilton or whatever, and that's where I've been. But if I had to pick a domestic and international destination that I want to go to as my favorite destination, in the United States, right now, I would love to go to, well, everywhere. But I guess right now, I really want to go to Alaska, too. My favorite international destination I'd like to go to would have to be London. Now, I know a lot of people are probably saying, oh, I don't want to do, a lot of people are probably saying that's so cliche, and I know a lot of people I've talked with say London's a pretty boring place, or it's a pretty dull place, or whatever. If you're from London, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hate on you. I've never been. I want to go. You tell me about it in the comment section below. But yeah, that's where I would like to go internationally. This has been a fun 50th video upload celebration Q&A. I would love to hear more questions in the comment section below, because when I upload my 100th video, I would like that to also be a Q&A. I'm kind of thinking that every 50 videos, like my 50th video, my 100th video, my 150th video, 200th video, those videos will be my Q&A videos. And if you have questions for me for the next Q&A, comment in the comment section below. Also, I would love to do my first fan mail video at some point, maybe my 75th video. I don't care where you are from in the world. If you are watching this video right now, I would love to invite you to send me some fan mail. I go to my post office box every week to check on what letters I get, and I've received a few things so far, and I want to say thank you so much for those wonderful things. But if you are interested in sending me some fan mail, and that could just be a postcard, it could just be a letter, it could be whatever, just send it to Adrian D. Holmes, P.O. Box 110864, Palm Bay, Florida 32911. That's P.O. Box 110864, Palm Bay, Florida 32911. I would love to be able to film a fan mail opening video, hopefully the first week of April, and then we can kind of see where you guys are from around the world who are watching, and I can read your letters and I can see whatever else you send, and I know that it would be a lot of fun. So anyway, until next time, this is Adrian D. Holmes thanking you for watching this video, and I look forward to many more wonderful videos shared right here on YouTube. I'll see you in a couple of days for Travel Tuesday. Bye!